Hey, hello everybody. Hi, it's Rob at Old Style Classics Wrestling Cards again today. So, uh, July 27th, 2024, Saturday, 10:30 a.m. And I am coming back to you with part 3 of my Total Nonstop Action TNA Wrestling autograph cards and a few others on this episode. So the first two episodes we did the TNA Knockouts, which is the women's division of the defunct TNA Wrestling, which was on TV a lot. Um, then they ultimately had kind of a octagon shaped wrestling ring that they started to do as kind of a gimmick, but then they went away. But Ric Flair has been there. Hulk Hogan wrestled for them. Macho Man Savage made an appearance. Um, so they were trying to compete with WWE and the two, about 15 years ago. 15 up to 20, 15 or 20 years ago, let's say. And they just had the best women's wrestling division in all of them. So that's why I showed you my pretty cards of the TNA knockouts. And but they also had a lot of mainstream wrestlers, and I think Sting went there. Um, like I said, Macho Man, Ric Flair, Hogan, just for short periods. And if you watch my previous episodes, I talk about why I got into that, because I was pretty out of shape and overweight, lost a lot of weight, and wanted to get back in shape in wrestling. I was getting back into wrestling because, of course, like all the guys our age, like WWF, Macho Man Savage was always my favorite. Then I started getting back into it, renting DVDs, Steve Austin era, Undertaker, all those guys. Undertaker's one of my favorites as well, and Randy Orton and Randy Savage. So those are my three favorite. But anyways, lost a lot of weight, got skinny. I looked like I was sick, like I had cancer or something like that. I'd lost so much weight so quick. Clothes didn't fit, so I wanted to bulk up. And naturally, I wasn't going to be doing any steroids or anything like that. But I kind of wanted to look like maybe like Randy Orton, just not too big, but just, muscular or whatever. And so I was getting into all kinds of wrestling again at the time. And TNA was one of them. I could watch on cable. Now they are still on TV. So like if you have like a smart TV, like me, I have the Samsung. So you can watch like Samsung TV stations, and they have the TNA wrestling. They reshow, or like the Roku channel or Amazon Prime Live channels. So those kind of bonus channels that you get with your TV. Anyway, so I was in WWE, anything and everything, renting DVDs, watching it live, going to local wrestling like DWO, Destiny World Organization there in Albuquerque. And yeah, we just got into it to get back into shape, which did. Of course, never looked like Randy Orton because I guess I wouldn't need to supplement myself. But I was in pretty good shape there for a while. And so, anyways, now we're going to do part 3 of these TNA. So I'm just going to show you all the stuff. Now, I did say that I did go to a TNA wrestling match in Albuquerque where I met multiple wrestlers, and I got a picture with a few. So let me show you my pictures. So that's me with James Storm, I think, or Robert Roode. I think that's James Storm. Bear Money, they were a tag team at the time, and you can see how empty the stands are there. So that's me when I was getting it back into shape. And then there's that's either James Storm or Robert Roode. Slipping my mind right now. But that was, I believe, after the show that they come out and met people, and I met like Awesome Kong, but she was staying in character, and Earl Hebner, who was famous referee through WWF in all those years. And then he went over to TNA. And then there's the Abyss, which was like their version of kind of like a Sting or Undertaker, kind of cross between Undertaker, Sting, and what's that guy? Dude, the Undertaker threw off the top of the thing. Anywho, so those are the pictures I have with those guys. Now my ticket stub I did get autographed as well by Earl Hebner and a couple of them people. I got to say hi to Awesome Kong, so that's pretty sweet stuff. But yeah, it was dead. There was really nobody there. And yeah, here's a picture of me and my buddy. He's a PBR rider, but this was right before I got back into shape. I got all chubby and had the old bare belly going like that, and the chubby face and all that. So in spite, I wanted to get back in shape, so started working out, losing a lot of weight and all that stuff. So anyhow, before we get to the autographs, here's a few. Now these were all done by Tristar for Obak. And so Commenting Collector, who had commented on one of the first video, here's one for you. So this is another Obak, and that's Hogan, Hulk Hogan, when he was on TNA there. And this is the Obak, so I love the Obak. And I believe these ones particular, now I'm not 100% sure on this one, or the mini, that these might have been from the National. So in honor of all you people at the National right now, I believe Tristar was giving these away at the National, and that was in 2010 there. But this one doesn't particularly say it, as opposed to this one definitely does. So another Tristar Obak, obviously a different year, because you can see how they changed the logo, just like the original Obaks did in 1909, 1910, and 1911. So 2009, 2010, 2011, Tristar brought Obak back, and they did the same exact. 1 year was this style, 1 year was that style, to match up with the 100 years prior, and then the original. And so that is, it's got some paper loss here, but that's okay. That's from Impact Wrestling, Tristar, the National, Chicago, 2011. So this was the 2011 design, just like the 1911. This is the 1910 design of Obak, and 2010. I don't have the, I don't think I have a 09 right in front of me, but you can look at my videos. But of course, me being a big fan of mini tobacco cards, so they had two versions, so they had the minis as well. So I like tobacco minis, and just the same thing with this one. It doesn't really say, but still super cool. Tobacco mini Hulk Hogan. So there you go, Commenting Collector, who just got to meet Hogan and was in the news story up there in Minnesota, Minneapolis, I believe. And then there's the mini version of the Hogan for 2011. And the cool thing about this one is, so you could see this one, 36, I guess I should get my pointer out, right? 32nd National Limited Edition. So limited to the National. But when you look at the mini one from the National is limited edition to 199. So there's only 199 of the mini tobacco versions of that card. So that's awesome. I love mini tobacco cards. And then just to boot, I got the Ric Flair. So just to prove Ric Flair there was in TNA Wrestling. So it's pretty fun stuff. So Commenting Collector, any wrestling fans, you know, you can go, well, I'm sure you can stream it maybe, or if you still have a DVD place that you can rent this stuff, but just go on the smart TVs, watch this. You probably YouTube it. So again, limited 199. Ric Flair, I do not have the full size one of him. But hey, commenting collector Robert, thanks for commenting on my channel. Hope you enjoy these. I do have some other Hulk Hogan stuff that I will show you. You can go dig out from my old episodes if you like, but I'll put together a special little video for you at some point in time, because I have a lot of Allen and Ginter Hulk Hogan's as well, so I'll put these all together and kind of show you my Hollywood Mulk Logan. Gave a mighty fine speech last week. That was pretty cool. And he shouted out the Macho Man, even though at the end they had a lot of problems and didn't like each other at the end there, but you know, put that behind him and shouted out the Macho Man a few times, so I appreciate that. Alright folks, so let's get to it. I'll probably zip through the knockouts cards since I've showed you those for the most part. So we're going to start in 2008. Now this guy is one of the Brother Ray, and just checking the date on here, 2008, crossed the line. So I got these blasters here in California, Stevens Creek Sports Cards. I had a bunch of blasters. I might have gotten a few at Sunnyvale, but I kind of cleaned them out. Not all in one swoop. I'd go in there every few weeks and I'd pick up another box of these. First I got the knockouts ones, then I just started buying them all because I was trying to get some of the bigger people who were in there, like maybe Hogan or some of the autographs from them. But Brother Ray, I never liked this tag team. They're a little obnoxious for me, but you know, they were popular. They were in WWE as well, and so there you go, Brother Ray autograph, 2008. And then also from that same set, these are all from blasters. Cross the line, Consequences Creed. So I like how they did this sticker autograph on there. It looks a little better. Doesn't stick out so much with this little design around here. So Consequences Creed. Yeah, it's just fun to pick up stuff and you guaranteed an autograph. Alright, then we showed you their lovely Roxy before. One of the few chicks where that kind of crew cut look kind of looks good on her. She's got the body type for it. And I believe she might have played Rasha Saeed. Excuse me, folks, I need to take a drink. Please bump up the volume to, the speed of my videos to like 1.25 or 1.5. I'll sound a little more normal. Hang on. Alright, thanks for hanging in there. Excuse me. Oh boy, hey Rob. Hey, this is your buddy Bill Clinton. Man, I love that card. Whoo, doggy. Yeah. I like it too, Bill. Alright, I think that's what the guys would say. Alright, so here we go. AJ Styles. So, he's now WWF or WWE. I believe he's still there. I haven't watched in probably 6 or 7 months. I can watch it on Hulu. So that's probably why I don't watch it, is because it's available. And then when it comes time to pulling it up on Hulu, I just don't feel like it. Unless I want to see like what Randy Orton's doing, if I see he's going to be on. So there you go, AJ Styles. He kind of became a champ near the end of TNA. And they were pushing him there in WWE for a while. So this is also 2008. I don't like this set as much, even though I got a lot, just because I wanted autographs. Kind of bland card, you know, not a whole lot to show you. But you can stop and read all that if you like. See if you can get that in there. Everything's basically the same as far as that stuff goes. If you want to see these cards outside of a one touch, just let me know. There's the Christie Hemme, beautiful Christie Hemme. and I can re-show these at another time outside of these one touches. Alright, and this guy, Eric Young, I'm not sure, he had some gimmick going. He was like a klutz or something like that. They all picked on him or something, or he was paranoid. I can't remember. So I'm not sure exactly what that says. Stature or something like that. Eric Young. Alright, one of the ring announcers or MC guys. Jim Cornette. He's supposed to be like one of the executives or whatever, kind of like Vince McMahon kind of character, something like that. Not the head guy, but one of these dudes. Alright. Funny thing about that card is I had it in a one touch with another card and didn't realize it till I was taking them out to put them in the right way, because I did this off screen. Hang on. Alright, and I pushed the Michael Jordan. So if you hear me talking about a Haynes video, I recorded that first. Well, I recorded the TNA Knockouts one, Haynes, TNA Knockouts, and now I'm doing this one. But I decided to push the Haynes one back till late tonight so that the TNAs are all together. Now here's Jay Lethal, my favorite guy from TNA, who was doing that. He was called the Black Machismo, so he was doing the Randy Savage. You know, he did the whole gimmick of Randy Savage as the Black Machismo. And then he's the one that was like Cal Val was supposed to be his Miss Elizabeth. So that was super funny stuff. He's one of the smaller wrestlers, like the Extreme guys. You know, these dudes that jump off the roof and do all these crazy moves. They had a lot of that. They had a lot of really acrobatic kind of wrestlers, you know, not so much the heavyweights as much, just some crazy stuff. So I love Jay Lethal. I was super stoked when I got this one, so I dig him. I believe he's still wrestling in one of those Eastern leagues or whatever. Alright, Jay Lethal, nice stuff. Alright, there's the Peyton Banks again, just showed before. So if you want to see more of the women ones, go and look at the last video. And then Rhino, so he was pretty popular. He was a huge dude. Just no way this dude wasn't having some Rhino roid rage. You got to see some of these guys like Steiner, just ridiculous. Don't be surprised when you hear these guys dying young of heart attacks and stuff, because allegedly, I would have, in my opinion, it's no fact. So I'm not trying to disparage anyone, but yeah, it's hard to believe that some of these guys are as big as they are without some enhancements. Like old Velvet Sky, we saw her enhanced from one year to the next, and that, I don't think she just hit a growth spurt, people. All right. And then Tracy Brooks, not a great image of her, very dark. Tracy Brooks. Alright, here's the pre-Velvet Sky before she got a little bigger. Let's just say, I'm not talking fat. That's 15 of 75. So we'll zip through these ones again. Angelina Love, also numbered 75. So, oh no, that's the next one. So this is the base. It's a little out of order there. There's the duplicate, but that one's numbered to 75. So we have two of her. Does anyone else remember watching TNA wrestling? Did you like it? Did they lose you when they started doing the round ring? There's the Christie Hemme, just beautiful. Nice. This is the one, the girl with the crew cut, I think that's her playing this character, Rasha Saeed. They just had the best women's wrestling. It was epic. Gail Kim, she was so good. Wish I'd got a Gail Kim autograph. She went to WWE for a little while. And then there's Saeed and Awesome Kong, which I met her. Just where I showed you those pictures of me with the guys. And so that's sweet. Dual autograph. Pulled one of those. Alright, there she is. So Cal Val, so her and the Black Machismo, Jay Lethal. There she is again. Don't need to see the back of that one. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to get some other guys. Alex Shelley. So, pretty cool autograph look there. Tristar did a good job on these. Kind of like Press Pass did a good job with NASCAR. So Alex Shelley, I believe he was one of their champs. Definitely like the Extreme division. Here he is again. Consequences Creed. Don't remember him so much. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Besides the fact that they're on TV still, that you can still watch the old stuff. Here's what I thought they should have done, because people love the knockouts, the women's wrestling division, and they used to have like 2 shows a week, and then like they'd do pay-per-views like every 2 weeks or something like that, or every month. It's kind of how they made their money. Dr. Stevie here, so he was a character, like when they do interviews, would like be like a therapist, like trying to talk to some of these wrestlers and get into fights with them and stuff like that. It was pretty funny. But and of course these people are signing them as the character, not as their real names probably. But I thought what they should have done is, like, so they would have like 2-hour episode of Impact. I think what they should have done was like every Sunday or Friday or something like that, they should have had like an hour-long or half-hour-long show of just the knockouts. And because people loved the knockout division, and the wrestling was really high quality compared to WWE and their pillow fight wrestling at the time. So that's where I think they missed an opportunity to really push that. Alright, so here's one of them. That's James Storm. So you see, this is me. I'm in the picture with this guy that I showed at the beginning. So James Storm, so you can go back and figure out which one he is. And so he's got a title belt there. And they used to take these beer bottles, and I think they're sugar bottles, and they would just smash people in the head with them. And that was like their gimmick. They would go in there and drink in, and kind of rednecks, and smash people over the head with these bottles, start fights. So James Storm, part of Bear Money, which was a tag team, I believe. Alright, then we have Jesse Neal. Don't really remember him. Kind of got a Mr. T thing going on there. So pretty sweet. I just couldn't stop getting autographs, people. I just love it. I was part of the chase. Taylor Wilde. So we showed her already. Cute. Don't really remember her though. Alright, hold on a second, folks. Alright, folks, thanks, I'm back. Then we have another Rasha Saeed. And we are in 2009, so 2009. And then now we are moving on to Icons, which is 2010. So this is the next. So there's different subsets within this one here. So this is the next, which is the Next Generation. Kazarian. So these ones are pretty cool too. So Kazarian, up and comer. And then again, Eric Young as part of the Next Generation. So we got him already before. Eric Young, next number 8. And then here's one of the big ones. So for TNA, this guy was like their Undertaker, or their Sting, or their, just like Kane, kind of cross between Kane, Sting, Undertaker, and, dude, so that's the Abyss, and I'm in the picture with him as well. So he's a really big dude, huge guy. He was super nice. I mean, he didn't talk. You know, he wasn't like, hey, how you doing? Oh, what's going on? Or anything. He was just sort of staying in character, not 100%, but he was like, oh, thanks, oh, appreciate it, kind of stuff. Sure, I'll take a picture, but wasn't like talkative out of character. I wouldn't say he was a heel. He was just kind of the enigma, you know what I'm saying? So Abyss, he was cool. I think the big chase on these cards was probably Sting. So that's probably who you were trying to get during this little era. And that's where Sting was supposed to, who was he supposed to wrestle? I think he was supposed to wrestle Hulk Hogan or something. And then here's another big one. He's been on WWE in the last few years. Samoa Joe, big blubbery dude. Polynesian guy from Hawaii, I think, but you just could not believe the way this guy could move. And I'm not talking just like moving around the ring quick. This guy could do flips and kicks and just some of the craziest moves, like just acrobatics. And you just wouldn't suspect this guy could do some of those things. And he was kind of a heel, kind of out for himself. But very, very talented, great, very good wrestler. And I think they screwed him over a few times, like legitimately, like real. And so I think he didn't get his push as often as much because he was very, pissed off. Let's just put it that way. I kind of remember that story, like not being part of the actual storyline, but just that's what was happening. So Samoa Joe and I think they would block these guys from moving up to like WWE and stuff like that. And there's a lot of contract disputes and stuff like that. So Samoa Joe, that was a big one to pull. All right, then we got, and that was, he was a next as well. And then this one is the Autographed ×2. Don't know anything about these guys, but Max and Jeremy Buck, so some brothers apparently, or at least wrestling brothers. And so dual signature. So don't know whatever happened with these guys, but that's still cool to get a dual autograph. If you're gonna get people who don't know, at least get a few. So that's kind of cool. All right, folks, coming up on 30 minutes, and we're about to wrap it up. And we're probably going to be wrapping it up with stuff you already seen, but there you go. What's different compared to her first year? Anything stand out or stick out to you? Oh, Velvet Sky, very pretty. As the icon, Sugar and Spice. So Sugar and Spice, all things nice. So that was the Knockouts version of whatever set this was that year. And then perhaps my favorite card of all the TNA cards that I have is just this Christie Hemme card. I mean, that Cal Val is pretty nice, but I think Christie Hemme was just a level up prettier. She made it WWE as well. Nothing against Velvet Sky and Angelina Love. They're cute. Yeah. Cal Val's pretty, like the next door neighbor, like farmer's daughter kind of way. But this girl was more very, you could have seen her on WWE with like Maria and them at the time. And I think she did go over there, but I think her wrestling days were kind of behind her. But just a beautiful card. Let's see if we can get this to focus. You know, such a pretty card. We'll let you get a good look at her smile. So maybe she'll give you guys a kiss. So pretty smile, nice hair. So hope you guys can appreciate that little double mint there. Angelina Love again for TNA Extreme 2010 as well. And of course, to end it off with another just something stand out to you about Velvet Sky here. Her autograph got a little lazy there, but still a pretty card nonetheless. So there you go, folks. That is my entire collection of TNA wrestling hits. Well, I can't say that. I probably have some of their inserts, but they didn't really do numbered, I don't think. I have tons of the TNA cards because these all came with regular packs of cards as well. So it's not like I don't have a ton more. I believe these are the only Obak Tristars I have. But that's my entire run of TNA autographs. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And then I'll get out some of my WWE stuff. And hold on for just 1 second. Let's see if we can focus this one more second. Alright, I don't want to regret this later, so hang on a second. Alright folks, so thanks for holding on there for just a second. I had to bring this out. There's the ticket stub from when I did go see them live in Rio Rancho, a suburb of Albuquerque at Santa Ana Star Center. October 30th, 2009, 7:30 p.m. Paid $23 plus something with my buddy Dave, who was kind of watching wrestling with me at the time. And there's the autographs from that. And there was only like 100 or 200 people there. I was on the floor. That's Earl Hebner. Earl Hebner, the famous referee. And then kind of on pencil wrote on the back, so Abyss, so I believe that would be Abyss. James Storm, Earl Hebner, James Storm, but I think I meant to write Robert Roode. So I got 3 pictures. James Storm, Robert Roode, and Abyss. And alright, me and my buddy Dave. And I bought a t-shirt. I got a cool t-shirt, but it won't fit me anymore because I put back on weight. Or not the same muscle. My stomach would stick out more. But I didn't put on the weight like big time like I was. I'm still around 190, I think. So James, let's see, James Storm. Oh, so there's Robert Roode. That's Abyss. Okay. And then that would be James Storm and Earl Hebner. Okay, so there it is, folks. So I wrote that down wrong. Alright, so pretty neat stuff. There it is. That's my TNA stuff there, so hope you guys enjoyed that. Got to see some pretty cards and some cool wrestlers before they were bigger than they are now, or as big as they ever were going to be. Who knows? Hey, I hope you enjoy that stuff. TNA was pretty fun. Alright, thanks for watching, people. Take care.